Hey friends, welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. Happy Monday, happy new beginning of the week. I hope you have all had a good weekend, and I hope you have a great week ahead. And if you happen to be watching, if you happen to hop on the live this evening, feel free to say hi in the comments and tell me where you are watching from. If you happen to be watching the replay later, please feel free to put hashtag replay in the comments. Also say hi and tell me where you are watching in the replay club. I do want to let you know I'm live in 2 locations this evening, so if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person may be viewing and watching from a different platform. And at any time during this video you like what you see, please feel free to spread the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, hit the thumbs up, hit the heart, all that fun stuff. Not only does that help my channel get seen by new eyeballs, that also helps you. It tells the algorithm that you like this kind of content, so it will start pushing out more content like mine into your feed. So it is beneficial to both of us, and I greatly appreciate it. With that, let's go to the comments. I see Jason is watching from the other side of the door. I have either smeared mascara or I have a weird shadow. It makes it look like I have maybe it's my glasses. It must be my glasses. That's weird. Okay, anyway, it looks like I have mascara running down my face. So as you hop in, I will say hi to you, but let's go ahead and let's talk about the graphic that is right there. I do that every time. So we are going to be using the September 2025 Club Couture kit called Pretty in Plaid. All of the contents that are in that kit are pictured in the top graphic. So you get I believe the frame is roughly, the outside dimensions are 10 by 8 by 10. And it comes with 2 frame pieces that come separately that you can glue on. It comes with the exclusive 8.5 by 11 Pretty in Plaid transfer, and then it comes with 2 paste singles that are vanilla and Shimmer Gold. So these are your little paste singles. Here is your Pretty in Plaid transfer. And then here is your MDF 8x10. The outside dimensions are 8x10. The inside frame is 4x6. And it comes with two pieces that you have to glue on. I don't quite know why these are not glued on, but there's some sort of rhyme or reason to it, but I haven't figured it out yet. And so that is what is in your kit. It is $25.99 monthly. You get the exclusive B-size transfer. You get a coordinating chalkable shape with that, or inkable, and then you get 1 to 2 ink or paste singles that go with your kit. So those are mailed directly to your mailbox. Free shipping on that, but it is $25.99. You can sign up at any time. There is a 3-month minimum commitment, but you can cancel at any time after that first 3 months. You also get promos as Club Couture members. If you want to save on your Club Couture subscription, I would highly recommend that you sign up to be a Perks member, this graphic right here, so you can save 30% off on your retail shopping. So you pay a $20 a month, kind of a crafty Costco fee, and then you immediately in turn get a $20 product credit. So in my mind, that's basically free. You do have to use that product credit within 30 days. So I believe your Club Couture pricing would be $17.99, I believe, is the Perks member Club Couture pricing. So not only do you get to be a Club Couture member, you get to shop at 30% off by being a Perks member. So if you want any more information about the Perks program, just put Perks down in the comments. I also have a link in the description that goes straight to my Perks membership information page, so feel free to check that out. And if you become a Perks member this month, then you are eligible through, I believe, September 19th for $5 flat rate shipping. $5 flat rate shipping when you spend $50. So that's a heck of a deal. That's a great way to stock up on surfaces, especially with that $5 flat rate shipping. So Jason says hashtag crafty math always. Okay, so we'll go back to this graphic. Okay, so let's flip the camera. And then that little graphic will go away. So let's go ahead and get started on our project. So in your kit, again, you get 2 paste singles, Vanilla and Shimmer Gold. So normally when you're using these paste singles, you want to kind of knead them a little bit, kind of soften that paste up again. You're going to clip one of the corners, and then you just kind of squeeze it like it's a ketchup condiment packet. You squeeze your paste into your a color tray, paper plate, glass plate, and then whatever is left, like I have one over here. So you just kind of roll it down and seal it with some tape or a paper clip, and maybe put it in a little baggie, and it should stay for a month or two-ish, like that. Typically these, depending on the size of your project, you can get anywhere from maybe 4 to 6 projects with a paste single. Again, it depends on the size of your project. So that's what you get with your kit. I'm going to put mine away into my bundle stash. But I have pulled out the 3-ounce paste jar of vanilla. And instead of Shimmer Gold, I'm going to use ash, just kind of a very neutral dark gray color, so that I can use it for additional holidays. So when you get your kit, you'll have these 2 separate pieces. Again, I'm not quite for sure why. Because the first thing they show you doing is gluing them on, so that's what we're going to do. I have some Titebond Quick and Thick in this jar, in this little bottle of, in this little plastic bottle. I worked hard. I have been gone. We've been on vacation, work/vacation for 9 days, and life is hard to come back to. So we're just going to glue these on with my Titebond Quick and Thick craft glue. It's my favorite glue. So we're just going to glue that on. If you feel like you need to clamp it down, you can. Let's glue this one on. I'm going to, I have some seepage. Let's glue this one on. So how was everyone's weekend? We had a good weekend. We spent it mainly in the car, but it was still fun. Car crafted most of Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so it should be good and dry, or good and glued. While that's drying, we're going to add some more liquid to it in the form of watered down chalk paste. So I'm going to take my vanilla and a stir stick. I don't know how much I need. I'm going to add a little bit of distilled water just to thin it out slightly. Stir that up a little bit. So this is just going to make it a little bit more like craft acrylic paint consistency. And if you haven't ever painted with chalk paste, I highly encourage you to. I don't always, just because I have, sadly, quite the collection of craft paint. Jason said he had a great 9-day weekend. That's one way to look at it. We definitely had a 9-day. I'm going to, before I get crazy, I'm going to take that middle part out. Find a screwdriver. Oops, forgot it's in this end. I'm just going to take the inside part out. So I just need to loosen these up a little bit. Just because I don't want paint on there. Okay, let's try that again. Definitely going to have to add another coat. So as of last Thursday, and even the last weekend, there was only like 15 Thursdays left as of last Thursday till Christmas. So take advantage of that $5 shipping on orders of $50 or more. And I would highly suggest taking advantage of the Perks program, because if you have creative peeps in your family and you can shop at 30% off, that's quite the deal. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to add another coat. So let's go ahead and give that a dry. It's going to look kind of rough on the first coat, depending on how much water you added. Jason's asking when my holiday order is supposed to arrive. Well, it hasn't shipped yet. They this one is always the biggest launch, so they're a little. I think that as of today, they were 69% of the way through shipping. Which I have to give them props. It's been a while since they've been backed up in shipping, but this launch, they are a little backed up in shipping. So yeah, mine hasn't even shipped yet. So I'm gonna try not. Oh, I'm gonna try not to water down too much, just so that this coat will cover a little bit better. The vanilla is a little wonky. It's kind of not spreading very well. I think my vanilla is a bit dry, so it's not spreading the best. Yeah, I'll have to give it another coat. Also, I'm going to go ahead and add some water to this and give it a good stir. If you're going to add water to your chalk paste, you want to go ahead and add distilled water. If the chalk paste if you've been around long enough, like 3 or 4 years or more, you remember when the chalk paste used to dry up fairly quickly. It doesn't do that as bad anymore, but I don't take care of my pastes. I also don't use them as frequently as other designers do. I honestly have too many colors. And if you're starting out, and if I were to start out again, I would only focus on the basic colors and then white and black, because you can always make other colors with the basic colors, and then you can lighten and darken them with black and white. And then of course maybe a few shimmers, but you don't have to have every color, because that's, unless you're using it almost every day, or get the basic colors in the 3-ounce jars and get some of the extra colors in the paste singles. Otherwise, they can dry up if you don't use them enough, and then that's just wasted money. drying very fast today. Okay, let's try a third coat because that is not a very pretty coat. I don't like the way that is painted. You have to give it a good sanding. I'm also going to go I'm not going to do that. I think I'll just sand around the inside. Try to remove some of that paint. I'm just going around the inside edge where I got a little bit of paint build up. Just going to have to paint that part again. Usually it's a little easier to paint with the chalk paste, but I'm having some difficulty this evening. I think mine's all dried up. So well, I've made a huge mess. Put that away. Oops. If I don't clean this up, it'll be all over the place. Let's bring that back in and let's just go get, I'm just going to go get some acrylic paint. This is probably a little more brown than what I'm wanting. We're going to use it anyway. So that's Oyster Beige from Deco Art. I might add a little bit of white. I'm gonna go get some white. Let's see if I can lighten that up a bit. Okay. I think we still need to give that a good dry. Whew. Who would have thought it would have taken this long to dry it and paint it? Uh-oh. Jason says it's freezing on his end. Hopefully it's not our internet. Okay, let's try this and see how it works. So I just bailed on the chalk paste and I just went and got some acrylic paint. It's a little more beige than I would like, but at least it's covering. I think I just have some pretty dried up chalk paste. Oops, I probably made too much. Okay, I think I'm probably gonna have to give that a good sand. Okay. Just to smooth it out some after it's dry. Still drying. I don't know if it's because it's the MDF, but that should be drying faster. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of sandpaper or sanding block, just because I painted it it's pretty rough. I'm just going to try to smooth everything out. Maybe distress some of those edges while I'm at it. Just to make it feel and look a little smoother. So I'm just going to dust that off camera. And actually you can see a little bit of the vanilla through that oyster beige layer, but that's not a terrible thing. I don't mind it. I'm going to come in before we use the transfer. I'm going to come in and just kind of sand the inside edge so we get some of that paint off. Get a good clean edge. Do this now, that way I don't mess up any of my ash plaid. Smell those burnt lasered edges. Okay, get rid of some of my mess. So now we're going to wax it. Ooh. So I have almost everything linked in the description of the video. You can use the Couture surface wax if you would like, and the wax applicator, which I use both of those, but I've also had this big tub of Minwax paste finishing wax, and it is my favorite, but I've had it since 2018. I just need to use it up. So because I have painted or pasted on this surface and I'm repasting over that with my transfer, I need to add a layer of wax to protect my painted / pasted surface so that my transfer, the sticky back on my transfer does not pull up the paint and paste, nor does it stick so hard that it stretches out the transfer. So I'm just buffing it in with the other side of my applicator. So it makes a very shiny, slick surface. Oops. Okay. to label the back side of my transfer because these are reusable about 8 to 12 times depending on how well you take care of them. So I need to note that this is the back side. So I'm going to write the transfer name on the back so that after I'm done cleaning it, it's all dry, it's ready to go back on the back sheet. I know that it gets stuck down to this side and that this side is the back. So to use it, you just need to peel it off of the backer sheet. And then I'm just going to place it I'm going to use some of the outer edges of the plaid to kind of help me line it up. I believe that looks mostly straight. Okay, so let's get a squeegee out. Okay, I'm going to use ash, which is one of the on vogue colors this fall. So it is a kind of a darker gray. It's darker than Storm. It's a very pretty deep gray color. So I'm just going to get some on my squeegee and I'm going to cover up all of those silkscreen areas. Sometimes with these transfers that have larger silkscreen areas, you may get some bubbles. Just kind of expect them, that may not be a perfect application, but that is a-okay. So then you want to even out all your squeegee lines, make sure all of your little spots are covered, and then we're going to pull it up. And I'm going to use the pointy end of the detail tool. I'm going to stick that in some of those negative spots. Oops, did not even out a squeegee line. So it can help me hold the frame down. Ta-da! Perfect plaid, no weeding, easy peasy. And cleanup is just as easy peasy. Okay, I'm going to stick this back on the backer sheet, and then when I'm finished with this video, I will just take it over to my utility sink and I will wash it with water and let it dry, and it will be good to go. Just trying to get my hands a little clean. Give this a good dry. The ash goes on darker than it dries. So as it dries, it does lighten up just a skosh. Oh, hey, Miss Bonita. She says, sorry she's late. Had company here for a bit. No worries. Hey, Miss Ashley. Jason says, that's gorgeous. So we've been using the Club Couture kit for the month. It's this Pretty in Plaid, a transfer. It is this 4x6 MDF picture frame. I do have a few minor splotches, like right here. It should look like these two, but it's all globbed together. And then I have a few little spots there, but I'm not worried about that. So for the base, I started out using vanilla, but my vanilla was acting a little weird, so I ended up base painting it a mixture of an oyster beige and mixed with white. So that's what the base color is. And then I used ash for the plaid. We can also go ahead and base coat this. And then if you didn't want to put a picture in it, you could paint the base, and then you could chalk on the base and then put it like that if you wanted to. Which I don't know if I want to or not. But that is our cute little picture frame. It looks a little blue on camera, but it's a dark gray. Super fun. I've seen the plaid done on the pumpkin cutouts, and it is super fun. So hopefully that will be my next project. So we have all of that listed right there. Right there. And then I also wanted to remind you of flat rate shipping for Perks members and designers. So it is $5 flat rate shipping when you spend $50 US if you are a Perks member or designer, and that ends September 19th. And then if you want to sign up for Perks, there's some more information about that. I also have the link in the description of the video. So with that, I'll show you my little picture frame. We'll put the little thing back in the back. And it does come with hangers on that end. So that is what your little picture frame looks like. I chose to do it in neutral colors because the kit does come with I just dumped my paint all over me, with vanilla and shimmer gold, but I wasn't a fan of the gold, so I chose to use ash. So that is what I did. And I got paint all over me. And I gotta get that off. Ashley says cute. Okie doke. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. If you do watch the replay, you can skip the first 25 minutes because I'm literally fighting with my vanilla paste to get it to paint correctly. The paste paints very nicely when your paste is the correct consistency. Mine was not, therefore it did not paint very well. So I just punted and used acrylic paint, but that's what mine ended up looking like. Romper, stomper, bumper, boo. So if you make your club kit, make sure to either post it in my crafty collab group, or you can post it and tag either my business page or my hashtag Robin's Egg Blue Creations. I would love to see yours. And if you're not a club member and you would like to be, type club in the comments and I would be more than happy to send you information, or I have the link in the description of the video. Miss Ashley says cute. Bonita says I keep freezing up. We'll see if the replay is better. Jason was having issues too. It might be our internet, or we have been having issues with our internet, so that's probably what it is. So yep, go ahead and watch the replay, but skip the first 25 minutes because it's just literally watching me paint. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I will see you on Wednesday with another project. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching.